Welcome to Super Sorry, the podcast where we talk superheroes, super apologies, and occasionally provide homework before a movie comes out. Today, we're doing a quick prep session for Spider-Man Brand New Day, because amazingly, it's now been almost 5 years since No Way Home, the last Spider-Man movie, came out.
So if you plan on going to see Brand New Day, like us, we thought it might be a good time for a quick refresher on where Spider-Man's journey left off. Also, this will serve as a preview to next week's Super Sorry episode where we will cover the new movie Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Lots and lots and lots of spoilers ahead, so if you are not up to date with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, now might be a good time to pause and come back later to this episode.
Okay, now that you've been warned, we think there are 5 major things that will be good for us all to reflect on. Let's start off with some good news.
Okay.
Number 1. Peter saved the multiverse. Not just New York, not just the planet, but all of reality. It's kind of a big deal.
By the end of the previous Spider-Man film, No Way Home, the multiverse is falling apart. Villains from other universes are showing up everywhere, and Peter is basically watching his life explode in real time. And then he makes the most Spider-Man decision possible.
Yep, definitely.
He sacrifices the thing he wants most in order to protect other people.
Okay, now some bad news. Number 2. Everyone forgets about Peter Parker. Literally, wiped from their memory. Everyone forgot Peter Parker exists. MJ forgets him. Ned forgot him. Doctor Strange forgot him. And his landlord forgot him too.
Now, here's the thing. Doctor Strange's final spell in No Way Home doesn't erase Spider-Man. People still know Spider-Man. They just don't know Peter Parker, which means Peter saves the world, but nobody remembers he did it, which is unobjectively a rough day, at least in most ways.
And here's the part I'm thinking people might forget. Important part number 3 here. He, Peter Parker, chooses not to fix it. He had a chance to tell MJ, to tell Ned, to reintroduce himself, and instead, he just kind of walks away.
Now, he doesn't walk away just because he stopped caring, because he did care. He does care. He sees that they're safe, they're happy, and they're moving forward.
Yeah, definitely, that's true. And before we talk about where Peter is going, I think we should probably also talk about who's not here anymore. Because when Brand New Day starts, Peter isn't just alone because everyone forgot him. Which brings us to number 4. He sadly lost the 2 people who guided him most in his MCU journey, Tony Stark and Aunt May.
Okay. Tony was the one who pulled Peter into the larger superhero world in Captain America: Civil War. He recruited him. He mentored him. He believed in him. And while their relationship wasn't perfect, it shaped every Spider-Man movie we've seen in the MCU.
Peter spent years trying to live up to Tony's example, sometimes successfully, but mostly not because growth is kind of messy. And then came Endgame. Tony sacrifices himself to save everyone, which leaves Peter in Spider-Man Far From Home, carrying a loss he's never really fully had time to process. And then No Way Home goes one step further and takes away the only person holding his world together, Aunt May.
What's so heartbreaking about this loss is that Aunt May is the one who finally gives Peter the lesson that defines Spider-Man, a line that should resonate with all of us. With great power comes great responsibility. And then almost immediately after giving him that guidance, she's gone. Which means by the end of his last film, Peter has lost his mentor. He's lost his aunt. He's lost his friends. And he has lost the whole life he used to have.
Now, this part is important. And this is number 5. By the end of No Way Home, Peter is facing something we've never seen in the MCU before. No Avengers, no Stark technology, no team, no safety net. Just a tiny apartment, a little sewing machine, and he's got a little crime fighting to do.
Which means Brand New Day is picking up with Peter in a very different place than previous MCU Spider-Man movies. This film follows Peter protecting New York anonymously after the memory spell erased him from everyone's lives.
And honestly, that's what makes this story interesting to me, because most superhero movies are about gaining something, a power, a team, a purpose. Peter already had all those things, and this story starts after he loses them.
And that brings us to our favorite topic, apologies. Because when everyone has forgotten who you are, apologizing can get complicated.
Yeah, normally an apology starts with some sort of shared history. Remember when I did this? Remember when I hurt you? When I let you down? But what happens when the other person doesn't remember any of it?
Peter is now carrying years of relationships that only he remembers. And that creates all kinds of opportunities for weird emotional situations. For example, if Peter sees someone struggling because of a problem he helped create in the past, does he tell them?
If he has information that could change how someone sees him or not, does he share it? Or does he keep carrying everything alone because he thinks that's safer?
These are the moments I think listeners should watch for in Brand New Day. I'm talking about the conversations, the almost conversations, the moments where somebody could be honest and decides not to be.
Also, watch out for apologies that actually happen in Brand New Day. And maybe even more importantly, watch for the ones that don't. Who owes an apology? Who needs one? Who thinks they're protecting someone when they're actually shutting them out?
Because Peter has a habit of deciding things for himself and others, even when those decisions are made out of love. Sometimes the hardest apology isn't, "I'm sorry I hurt you." It's, "I'm sorry I didn't let you choose." And with Peter starting this movie completely alone and carrying secrets nobody else knows, I have a feeling that there are going to be a lot of opportunities for these types of moments.
Because that's really been the question since Doctor Strange's spell happened. Can you rebuild a life after everyone forgets who you are? And maybe the even harder question, should you?
And that's your pre-movie refresher. Peter saved the world. Everyone forgot him. He's completely on his own. And somehow things are about to get more complicated. Until next time, I'm Amber.
I'm Todd.
And we are
Super Sorry.
Super Sorry is written and hosted by Amber and Todd. Produced by A Super Sorry LLC. Music by Jam Studio. Your support helps us keep asking the hard questions and saying the hard apologies. Thanks for tuning in and sharing with friends. Super Sorry is not affiliated with Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures, Marvel Entertainment, Marvel Studios, the Walt Disney Company, or Disney+. As of this recording, all Marvel characters mentioned in this episode are the property of the Walt Disney Company.